Firefighters and homeowners alike now gearing up, preparing for these storms. Our Angela Monroe live in Thousand Palms right now with the very latest on storm preparations. Angela.
Janet, I'm standing in front of the Ivy Ranch Equestrian Center in Thousand Palms, where you can still see signs that a storm pummeled this place. And that was 2 years ago. If you take a look behind me, you can see that their sign right there is still partially covered in mud. Also, you can see a new fence that's been built to keep the floodwaters out. And they hope that's enough to deflect any damage.
This is normally a street. Today it's a river.
This raging river tore through Thousand Palms in 2014 from flash flooding. The Ivy family is praying this approaching storm won't be a repeat.
We get very nervous about it again, as usual, whenever it rains, so we try to prepare the best we can.
2 years ago, a wall of mud gouged through their home. The Ivy Equestrian Center sign remains partly buried in mud. This tipped over shed standing askew. Some of the evidence still standing to this day from that big storm.
7 months to get the ranch back to where it was originally. The fence took through that summer.
Meanwhile, CAL FIRE is ramping up their staffing for the storm. 2 water rescue teams will be on standby in the valley. You don't want this to happen, so firefighters say turn around, don't drown.
Remind everyone to not cross any flooded areas or any flooded roadways. Just a few inches of water moving fast enough can be enough to carry you and your automobile away.
Many Valley fire stations have stockpiles for sandbags.
They're welcome to come to these stations with sandbags that can be purchased locally. We can, at some point, assist them with filling these sandbags and then allow them to return to their homes and make the necessary preparations.
And the Ivy family's praying they're prepared after months of building.
Now we've restored the front yard with this really nice fence to keep that rain from destroying the ranch again.
And you know, if you've lived here in the valley for a little while, that there are some intersections here across the valley and in Thousand Palms that are prone to flooding. So firefighters tell me that they will be patrolling those areas before, during, and after the storms to make sure that everyone stays safe. Live in Thousand Palms, I'm Angela Monroe, KMIR News.
Thank you, Angela.